and Oregon.
Ohio State and Oregon.
Yeah,
that was a blowout. This was so much better.
So for me, Arizona State graduate here, and I was at a Longhorns house watching the game, and it was like for most of the game I was in agony. And then, very quickly, one of my best friends was in a lot of pain as a Longhorn. And then it's the hope that kills you. They give you a little hope, and then they rip it away. But I'm happy for the Longhorns.
See, as a Buffs fan, I never have hope. So you just go
into
it.
The bar is on the floor.
Yeah. But I think Longhorns, in fourth quarter, we were in a dark place. Ooh, we were in a dark place there. But what a game! I think both sides have a lot to be proud of. That was incredible. Let me show you what's going on with these temperature rankings, because we just finished up our second warmest December on record. The hottest December goes to 2021, but we had an average temperature just over 59.5 degrees. So it was warm in December, and it just kind of put the period on 2024. Last year was the warmest on record for the Austin area by average temperature, 72.7 degrees. So hottest year on record when you look at that average of the lows and the highs together. Just beat out last year, right? 2023 close behind. What are we starting 2025 with? Well, temperatures are actually still warmer than average, 60s and 70s. We're not going to see bright blue skies in the days to come. There will be quite a bit of cloud cover, low rain chances here and there, but the temperature trend comes to an immediate kind of screeching halt, if you will, with a strong cold front on Sunday. Temperatures plummet behind it as we start next week, as a lot of the kids go back to school. So we'll talk about that change and what to expect coming up in your First 20 forecast.
Thank you, Chris.
This morning, because we are definitely on the chilly side this morning with those 30s and 40s, but we don't have anything falling from the sky just yet. Is it possible we see a couple sprinkles later this morning? Sure. There's actually a little low just off the coast here that's going to try and throw some moisture at us. Whether or not, you see that sprinkle where you are, it's going to be something that we'll just have to watch. I'm not expecting any sort of big deal with this rain chance today. You can certainly see the clouds on our West Shore home camera there, looking out over the Austin skyline. And we will see way more cloud cover today compared to yesterday, but it won't be cloudy from start to finish. There will be breaks of sunshine. That's going to help warm these temperatures up. It's cold out there in the hill country, 30s, San Saba, Mason, Atlanta. We've got 40s for the Austin metro areas eastward. Highs today getting into the 60s. That 65 degrees is 5 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. Only a 10% chance of that sprinkle or drizzle where you are. It looks slightly favorable, more favorable for areas east of 35 into our eastern counties, just because you're a little bit closer to that low. But in general, not a lot of moisture to work with. That's the limiting factor here. So minimal rainfall. Even if you do find a few raindrops, we don't expect that rain to accumulate to anything. How about the temperatures? We're getting warmer, significantly warmer out. That was 70 Saturday and Sunday. And here comes that strong cold front. We've been advertising this for a while. There's definitely some colder air coming down with the high temperatures getting into the 40s as we get into next week. Overnight lows looking to get to freezing even here in Austin. So widespread freezes expected next week. Whether or not anything comes in the form of wintry mix, that's still a little bit of a question mark. Why? Well, if I show you computer model number one, model number one's going crazy with the wintry mix and the snow and some rain down in South Texas. But if I compare that to computer model number two, this is barely showing anything for Central Texas. And even if it does, most of this falls as just liquid rain, cold rain, but still liquid. There's still a lot of uncertainty surrounding whether or not this next disturbance that follows that strong cold front has enough to bring that wintry mix potential to Central Texas. So what do we know? Well, I have very high confidence that those overnight lows are getting to freezing, if not colder. Cold days with highs stuck in the 40s. This will not be a repeat of 2021. What we don't know yet is how far south will that wintry mix get? Will it reach Central Texas? Will we miss out? The timing of this is next Tuesday and Wednesday. So we've got time, but if anything, we want to prepare for the cold. So start thinking about things you got to do outside to make sure your home is prepared for that drop in temperatures next week. That being said, 7-day forecast shows the 60s and 70s for the next 4 days, coming down to the 40s and 50s. As normal, we're going to get some wind in here with that cold front coming out of the south ahead of it, out of the north behind it. Right now, I'm just going with the 10% chance of that wintry mix potential next week. Be sure to stay with us for updates on that. Well, hey, something to put on your